everyone, welcome back. We are still looking at our HMH digital platform. Today we're actually going to look at our Module 1 Teacher's Guide. So we are going to click on Module 1. Just a reminder that when you go through Dallas ISD Clever and you click on your Ed, your friend in learning, this is your home screen that you'll see every time. And so it'll look just like this. I know that we're working on Module 1, so let's go ahead and click our Module 1, and let's look at our Teacher's Guide. Our digital Teacher's Guide is jam-packed with so many great resources. I want to go ahead, take a second to actually point some of those resources out to you. Right here, if you click on where it says Content, you can actually, if you know exactly what you're looking for, you can skip ahead and click right on it with no problem. So if I know that I'm looking for assessment and progress monitoring, I can go ahead and click on it and I can look at what I need. For today, we are going to start at the beginning and we are going to walk through these pages so you can see what they have to offer. Some pages we'll skip through a little bit quicker. Other pages we will actually sit for a second and look at all the resources that it has to offer us. So right here is the beginning of your module. This is your welcome to the module page. You're going to see what background knowledge you'll be building, what mindset you'll be fostering. This mindset is trying again, so it's my learning mindset. This is an anchor chart. You can print these, you can project these, you can assign these to your Google Classroom so you have them always. You can screenshot, put them on your class dojo. You can decide what you do with that. But I do want to point out that on each page, you'll see some hyperlinks. They'll be blue. You can just click on those. As soon as you click on them, your actual resource will pop up. This is your anchor chart. You can assign this to your Google Classroom if you would like by just pressing Google Classroom. This little box will pop up. It's asking me which class do I want to share it with. I'm going to say I want to do HMH demo. I want this to be a material. And then I want to assign it. And then I'm just going to say topic is week 1 and then post it, and now it's in my Google Classroom. If I want to view it just to make sure, I can press view. It'll bring me here and I can see the post that I made. So week 1, here's my anchor chart right here, ready to go. And the kids can see that on their side. So let's go back and look at our teacher's guide. So we'll keep clicking through so you can see the different things. If you're looking to see what knowledge and skills you're going to actually be using for this, here is your page. This is your developing knowledge and skills. I like to bookmark this so I can go back to it later and see what I'm looking for. When you bookmark it, you can just press this, see, and then you can add a note. You can save and close. If you decide, you know what, I really didn't want to bookmark that, you can press this little trash can and then you can delete it. But I like to bookmark this page, so I'm going to go ahead and bookmark it. As you continue to bookmark things or as you continue to make notes, you can actually click right here on notes and you can see all the notes that you've made. If you make really elaborate notes, in-depth notes, things that you want to remember to say as you're going through these lessons, you can also print them by just clicking that box and then pressing print. So let's keep looking. Here are the texts that you'll be using for the 3 weeks. So each module is broken up into 3 weeks. Each week is broken up into 5 days. And then each day is broken up into different components that you would use. So here's your reading workshop. You have your English language development, and then you have tips on how to make your reading workshop run smoothly. You also have your writer's workshop. Each writer's workshop is broken into 3 weeks. So you're doing a little bit week 1, a little bit week 2, a little bit week 3. In a later video, I'll show you how you can actually assign your writing modules to them digitally so they can work on them at school and at home. You have your assessments and your progress monitoring. Each module comes with selection quizzes. They also come with your leveled reader quizzes, and then they come with your module assessments and your weekly assessments. So you definitely have different ways to assess the students. You also have a writer's task, which is performance-based, and we'll look at that as well. You have your teaching with instructional routines. So it will tell you when you're using certain resources, which instructional routine you're actually working on. So for this one, it would be active viewing. If you're looking to use your Get Curious video, so each module comes with a video to help the students kind of develop a little curiosity on why they're going through this theme or why they're reading certain stories. And so you have your videos here. You can click on this tab right here that says Get Curious Videos. It's going to pop up right here and be ready for you. It'll play.
He sure could do with some light, couldn't he? Ah.
So no video is longer than about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. We'll keep going through. Now we're actually getting to your week 1. These are the selections that you're going to be reading for week 1, and then these are the skills that you'll be working on for week 1. Your essential question will be on every page, so you don't forget that question that the students are supposed to be working with. So here are your days broken out. So you have lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5. As you continue to work through these modules, you'll notice that the structure of them is all the same. So it's very easy for you to build routines consistently in the classroom for yourself and for the students. Your small group instruction, each small group instruction has options for differentiation. So just wanted to point that out to you. If you're looking for a quick way to get to your quizzes for the week, here's your selection quiz. You're just going to press it. It'll pop up for you. You can print this out, but I also want to point out that you can assign this digitally, and we'll look at that as well. Here's your weekly assessment. Each weekly assessment comes with a reading portion of it and a writing portion of it where they can work on revising and editing, adding sentences, deleting sentences. Your instructional vocabulary is right here, high frequency words, critical vocabulary, your big ideas, and then your suggested daily time. So I highlighted this because I think this is important for me to remember, like how long each one of these sections should take. Even the experienced teachers and veteran teachers sometimes need a reminder, and especially our beginning teachers, our novice teachers, how long we should be spending suggested on each one of these components. So what I did is I highlighted it, which I can do by just clicking on the left side of my mouse, dragging that mouse over, and then a box will pop up so I can see it. Here are my Literacy Center suggestions. You'll notice that I have already bookmarked that because I know I'm going to be going back and forth and looking at that. You have your Reading Center, your Vocabulary Center, Writing Center, Digital Station Center, and Project Center. Okay, here is what I really, really like about this. You have printable exit tickets for each center that you implement. So while they're there, they can tell you what they worked on for the day, and then they can also tell you something they learned, something that sparked some interest in them, and then 2 questions that maybe they have, and you can answer those later. When they are working on their reading center, they have a reader's theater. You can just click there. Your reader's theater will pop up. You have the actual theater part of it, and then you have your kind of like a quick survey. You also have your independent reading. This they are filling out as they are reading their independent books. So maybe they're in the library reading by themselves, maybe they are on a digital reading by themselves, and they're filling this out. And then they also have a reading log, so you can, and the students can keep track of like what they're reading, the time that they have spent reading. So you have a lot of resources to help hold them accountable as they're working through the stations. you have your listening log for the digital station. So even if you've already read The Inventor's Secret, have them read it again and have them work through the digital part of it. And here is their listening log right here that they're filling out. So we can keep going. Here's your text that you'll be looking at. It has it broken down into the complexity of the text and then how you're going to make connections and then your key ideas in your language. You can always click right here if you're looking for that close read screencast. I love close read, so I usually click on this and we'll look at this together so we can get a better idea of why we use it. And then now you're going to go into your actual lessons and it's going to break it down for you. It's going to show you how to connect and teach, how to apply text. So this is what we used to get in those physical copies, those binded, hardbound copies. And now it's on our digital one. If you're looking how to introduce it, it's right here. And so as you go through, you'll see that all of the resources you need are right here to make this lesson successful, to make it smooth. Here's your lesson 1 when you're looking at decoding, introduce the skill, guided practice, how to apply. So everything that you need is right here. When you are looking at introducing critical vocabulary, remember that you have all of these resources right here. You can just click on it. It is going to pop up so you can see it. You also have guided practice suggestions and then application suggestions. You have your teacher tips down here, and each page you will have your English learner support right here at the bottom. It'll tell you what else it's going over and how to support them based on their levels. And then now it's going into lesson 2. Don't forget you have those centers right here. You have graphic organizers throughout it as they're working in their student choice library and the Rigby library. And then this is your actual text that you're working on, listening, comprehension. And so guys, this is your liquid gold right here. So this is your teacher's guide. There are so many resources in here, so many different things that you can work on. Obviously, you probably won't use every single thing, but there are some really great ideas and suggestions on how to make these lessons engaging for students and then how to just teach the lesson, period. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you before we end this video is how to get back to the notes that you've already made. So I'm going to click right here where it says notes, and then I'm going to go back to, I want to see my suggested daily times. So I'm going to view on page. And it's going to take me right back here. So I don't have to search for it. I knew that I wanted this. I knew that I liked it. And it is right here waiting for me. So guys, today we looked at our HMH Teacher's Guide. We clicked on Module 1 or whatever module you're working on. It doesn't matter where you click, that Teacher's Guide will always be right here waiting for you. And then we clicked on Teacher's Guide, and then it took us to our Module 1 Teacher's Guide. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you next time on our next video.